Hello, good morning and good afternoon for those that are at different time zones. Welcome to the ISD 2021 conference and welcome to Valencia. My name is Emilio Insfran from the Universidad Politécnica de Valencia, and I am the general co-chair of this conference. It is my pleasure to be the host for you during these 3 intensive days. And for all of you that are attending the conference in person and also virtually, so I hope that these days are for you a good opportunity to share different moments, different opportunities to exchange knowledge and to have a good time. After 2 years of preparation, finally this day comes. The world now is suffering a terrible pandemic. You know that this is having a large impact in our lives. In fact, the ISD 2020 have to be canceled last year. And this year is the first time that the ISD conference is organized in the hybrid model. It means that apart from all of us that we are sharing this room at this moment, there is also a lot of people that is sharing with us also through the internet this conference. We have worked really hard to prepare of all of this infrastructure that you are seeing. This conference, we try to make an interesting conference for all of you and also an enjoyable one for everyone. For all of you that are attending the conference in person and also virtually. Now we hope that this effort becomes a space to share knowledge and a space for sharing experiences and also to meet colleagues and friends. The ISD 2021 wouldn't be possible without the significant contributions of many individuals and organizations. I want to thank all of them on behalf of the organization team. First, to all the authors, of course, who have prepared the papers, also to all the track chairs and TC members and reviewers for the excellent work performed to prepare an excellent scientific program. Finally, to all the speakers and participants that in these uncertain times are joining us virtually or in person in these 3 intensive days of scientific and social activities. Now let me introduce you the organization team. Fernando Gonzalez and myself, we are the general chairs, and Silvia Brown and Marta Fernandez, the committee chairs. Abel Gomez, our virtual conference chair, Carlos Cano, the web chair, Fanny Collado, who helped us with all the administrative issues in the secretariat of the conference, Luisa Gomez and Julio Sandovalin, the proceedings chairs, and also, of course, to Daniel Gaspar, Jesus Martinez, Jimena Barron, and Giovanni Conrado for the effort in the local arrangements for preparing everything here in the conference. A special thanks, of course, to the trackers. They have been working a lot during the 2 rounds of reviews and managing all the process of preparing the scientific programs. So many thanks, special thanks to all the trackers. Of course, also to the International Steering Committee. We are really happy that the International Steering Committee trusts in us for organizing this conference, and also we are happy with the with the interaction that we have had during these times for preparing everything for the conference. Also, thanks to our sponsors and supporters. So their help was really important also to manage the different issues that we have to manage in the conference. Now some numbers. The participation. We are really happy with the participation, considering the difficulties that we have to manage during this year. At the end, we have 114 participants from 25 countries and 5 continents. So we consider that this is a success. We have 48 people attending the conference in person and 66 people virtual. So thank you very much. Regarding the proceedings, now the proceedings are already available. You can access the proceeding in this URL. You have also this information in the website of the conference. A selection of best full papers also will be published by Springer, and also an information for all of you regarding the certificates. We will send you for all the participants the corresponding certificates, and also for all the speakers by email during next week. Now I'll pass the floor to Sylvia Furniture, and she will explain us some aspects of the scientific fair.
Good morning and afternoon to everyone. Marta and myself now will tell you about a little bit about how we handle the review process this year. First of all, we defined 6 tracks aligned to the conference theme, which is crossing boundaries between development and operations, information systems. Each track was managed by 2 track chairs. We thank them very much for all the support that they provided to us during the whole process. Also, the call for papers this year included different types of submissions. So this was some kind new in ISD. In addition to the full papers, we also solicit short papers describing new ideas, visions, and also posters and journal first papers that were published in prestigious journals. We believe that this enriches the ISD program as well, because it offered the authors an opportunity to publish results with different levels of maturity and get feedback from the community. Regarding the committees, we had 1 program committee for each track, and there was about 88 different PC members, plus 40 additional reviewers. This year, the PC worked really hard because of the uncertainties caused by the COVID-19. We decided to have 2 different rounds of reviews, one for full papers and a second one for the other types of submissions. And it was a lot of work. So huge thanks to all the PC members and the additional reviewers. And to recognize their excellent work, we will award a Best Reviewer award for each one of the tracks. So don't miss the award ceremony that will take place on Friday. So now, regarding the number of submissions, we received 141 papers that were written by around 300 authors. As you can see, track 6 on current topics on ES development received the highest number of submissions. followed by track 2 and 1 on ES methodologies in education and managing ES development and operations that received a similar number of submissions. Note that these numbers include also the 4 types of submissions. The review process may also be interesting to have a look at. So we followed a double-blind review. The authors had 24 hours to correct anonymization mistakes if needed. Each paper was reviewed by 3 different PC members. We also had some meta reviews for papers that needed in case there was needed because the authors, the track chairs wanted to guide the authors on the improvements that should be made to the papers. The PC wrote a total of 402 reviews. We also included a phase of online discussions between PC and track chairs in order to discuss cases with conflicting reviews or scores and find a consensus. In the end, the program committee accepted 74 papers, 51 full papers out of 100. So this gives us an acceptance rate of 50%, which is similar to previous years. All these papers were already included in the ICE proceedings. And as Emilio mentioned, a selection of around 20 papers will be invited for a post proceedings in Sweden. We also accepted 14 new ideas and vision papers, 6 posters, and 3 journal first papers that complements the program. Finally, we want to highlight that we will award 2 Best Paper Award in the award ceremony on Friday, so don't miss it. Now some statistics. Here we see the distribution of the number of submissions and acceptance rate by country. So you can see that Poland, Spain, and Portugal submitted the highest number of papers. They also have the highest number of acceptance in this case. Now let me share with you some information about the papers. As far as topics submitted and accepted, what we see here is a graph that gives you an idea about what the hottest topics are according to keywords used in each year. Ours are related, of course, to information systems, most of the majority, but we also had many papers that around the topics of project management, business processes, knowledge management, and so on. But we also can see that there are other successful topics related to emerging areas in technology, such as machine learning, which is not here. Also big data, data mining, and data science. Concerning the most successful topics, according to the titles and abstracts of the accepted papers, we can see in this word cloud that the most successful topics were data, followed by software, information systems, and so on. And in addition to these terms, there were also other traditional topics that were frequently used in the papers. For instance, model, project, requirements, and design. Now, I will talk a little bit about the program. Overall, the technical program will be running for the next 3 days. We are going to host 20 paper sessions. 3 of them were already presented, in which the 68 accepted papers will be presented together with 6 posters presentations. Actually, we have a very exciting program with quality papers. Regarding the structure of the program, I would like to highlight that today we have only two different sessions, one in this room, the other room in front of this room. Tomorrow there will be three sessions. In order to accommodate the participation of attendees in different time zones, we will start very early, as you can see. This is not common in Spain, but we have to do this to accommodate this time zone. So we are going to start early and finish around 3 or 4 p.m. each day. There will be only one coffee break at 10:30 each day. On Thursday and Friday, there will be an in-person poster session together with the coffee break. Lunch will be served from 12 to 13:30 in a nearby restaurant. We will give you instructions later. Yes. So as plenary sessions, we will have 3 keynotes and an award ceremony on Friday. These are our keynote speakers. There will be one keynote each day of the conference, and the keynote will last approximately 45 minutes plus 15 minutes for questions. That's it. So I pass the floor to my co-chair that will give you some more information about the program.
Good morning, everybody. As Silvia has said, we have 3 keynotes, but only one of them, Alberto, is physically attending the conference with us, so we will have the chance to discuss with him in the hallways. However, for those who are attending the conference virtually, you will also have the chance to interact with him by chat. In fact, the virtual participants will have the chance to interact virtually with Jean on Wednesday and on Friday with Alberto in a slot time of 30 minutes, always after the keynotes. So please check the program for that. And as you can see in this slide, there is also a networking with the ISD organizers on Thursday, where we will try to answer any kind of questions. All these networking activities for virtual participants will take place in a discussion room with the microphone and the camera switched on. So please do talk with the keynotes and organizers as in the hallways of a face-to-face conference. And let's move to onto the much anticipated social events of the conference. We have taken special care here too. With all this pandemic stuff, we all deserve it more than ever, don't we? Of course, following all the safety precautions in order to avoid any problem. Tonight, we will have a welcome reception at 8 o'clock in the Marina Beach Club. This is a sky roof restaurant located on the beach, just 3 kilometers from here. Everyone will have to go on their own. Don't miss it. For the return trip, however, we have chartered a bus with several stops near the UPD where most of you are staying. On Thursday, we proposed you a guided visit around the old town of Valencia, where you will have the opportunity to discover many attractions, including a World Heritage Site. The tour begins at 6 o'clock in front of the brewery which is next to the metro station Chativa, and you can see how it looks like in the photo on the right. The tour ends at the Mercado de Colón for the gala dinner. And finally, the gala dinner will take place on Thursday, just after the walking tour at 8 o'clock, in a restaurant run by Ricardo Marina. Ricardo Marina is a Valencian chef who has 2 Michelin stars and 3 Repsol stars. The restaurant, Habitual, is located on the basement of the Mercado de Colón. By the way, a wonderful building which was once a food market and where I used to buy vegetables, fruits, fish as a child. You will see. So please enjoy your stay in Valencia.
Okay, now I will continue with some advices regarding especially the virtual platform. Probably all of you already connected to Cuba. Cuba is going to be the platform for sharing, not only for virtual participants, but only for in-person ones. So we can use Cuba, for example, to ask anything to the organizers. You can send messages and we will try to answer as soon as possible. In Cuba, you will also have the video presentations. You have information of each one of the papers. You have access to all the papers, and also the connection for the streaming at the time of the conference. After the conference and after the presentations, all the presentations will be available, since all of them are recorded. You have also other functions in Cuba. You have, for example, meetups. You can create community topics. You can upload your photos. So please, if you are taking some pictures, probably tonight at the welcome reception, please also upload your photos to Cuba to share with the virtual participants. An important also advice for in-person attendees, for all of us that we are in this room now, if you are using Cuba in the room for streaming, please disable the audio in Cuba, because we have several microphones here in all the rooms, and to avoid some kind of interferences. Another important message also is to know that Cuba is well integrated with Zoom for streaming. For virtual participants, this is very important for virtual participants. The query and question and answer sessions after each will be after each paper presentation. We want to have the look and feel of a face-to-face conference. So we are not going to use for the question and answer sessions the chat as usual in virtual sessions. Instead of that, you have to, if you are a virtual participant, you have to raise your hand in Zoom, and you can speak aloud as usual in a face-to-face conference. The chat also is available during the whole conference, but not during the presentation. So you can, after the presentation, you can chat with the speakers, you can chat with other colleagues, but not during the question and answer session. If you are the virtual participant and using your laptop, please use the native Zoom application and not the Zoom that is embedded in Google. So you will, if you see this, if you are the virtual participant and you see this window asking if you want to join Zoom or if you want to join Zoom in Cuba, please use the option to the left. And finally, to interact with the speakers and colleagues, as I mentioned before, upload your photos in Cuba. And also you can tweet about the ISD using the hashtag hash ISD2021 and or tagging at ISDconf in Twitter. So this is all. Enjoy the program and enjoy the conference. And now, please join us in the next session that is for the keynote speaker. Sylvia Brown, the program chair, will make the presentations.